Alright, here we are. And no, please don't play the thing. Thank you. Alright. Okay. I think everything is set and should be visible. Audio looks good. And Chidarin, hello. And I have been advised to read profiles first. So that's where we go. Hey Bam. Alright, so yeah. Wait, where was it in characters? Oops, party. Sure. Why are they just for episodes 1 and 2? Am I... Hi, Arisma. Am I doing something wrong? Yeah. Is it only going to only have to have done the tea party and segment? Okay. So, the advice I got was not on point then. It's chapter 4 time. In a little while. Hi, yeah. In a little while, we first need to do the after episode things. Okay. Then we cannot do that for now. So we do tea party first. Also, hi, Desalane. I love that you always introduce yourself with the party parrot about. It's really cool. You're so hyped. Okay. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Hype tray. Ooh. Hey, Kevin. Oh, you're so sweet. Yeah, how are you? How's it going?
まさか最後の最後でベルンカステル教の駒が乱入してくるとは。あんたとのゲームにふさわしい駒をずいぶんあちこち探し回ったの。きっと気に入ってもらえると思うわ。何よあの駒。誰よあいつ。何者よ。
You have more than 40 artworks with the very end of... What? Okay. Okay, everyone is hyping me up. I don't even know what I'm going into. Okay.
名乗らないなんてずるいわよ。ねえ、あんたもそう思うでしょ?
I mean, I think we can all put it together and figure out who she is.
わらわはだいたい察しはついておるが。というか、普通わかるであろう。
Lambda Delta is my physiology homework or something. It's just her name. Alright.
普通？わかんないわよ。初登場のキャラでしょ。名乗らなかったら私もプレイヤーもみんなわかんないわよねえ。
I think everyone knows.
レアト、教えてあげなくていいわよ。ね？面白い子でしょ。うん。ラムダデルタ教の天真爛漫にして天然なところは実に貴重で面白いものである。何よ何よ、なんで私にだけ教えてくれないのよ。意地悪。じゃあ私だけが気づいたとっておきの秘密を特別に教えてあげるわ。だから教えなさいよ。ほう、とっておきの秘密とな。聞きたいぞ聞きたいぞ。べーだ。教えてほしかったら先にあの女の正体を教えるのよ。私の知った秘密はすごいわよ。
Special secret, yeah. What could it be?
何しろサンタさんの正体が実はお父さんだったってくらいすごいんだから。あら言っちゃった。ごめんなさいね。天地がひっくり返るくらいびっくりしちゃったでしょ。ラムダのとこにはお父さんが来てたの？来てたのって どういう意味よ。
サンタクロース教は心の綺麗な子供のところへしか訪れないのよ。あんたのとこには来なかったのね。
Oh no. Santa-san. That's such a... Ooh.
まあサンタクロース教は寛大であるからな。よっぽどの大悪党でもない限りプレゼントを恵んでくださるぞ。何しろわらわにもくれたくらいだからな。
成長して心がすさんでくると来なくなるのよね。ベアトのとこにはいく
Lord
つくらいまで
Santa
来てた
Claus.
の？
Oh god. Santa Witch of Christmas coming up. Oh wow. What? I wouldn't have expected this. I feel a little bit bad for Lambda Delta.
12歳くらいまでは来ておったぞ。乙女心に目覚めると急にサンタ教が来るのがなんだか恥ずかしくなってな。これまでありがとうございました。もう結構です。だから最後のプレゼントは奮発してくださいと手紙を置いたら来なくなった。ちょっぴり期待したのだがな。ベルンカステル教はいつくらいまで来ていたのか。
私すさんでたし、結構早かったっけ。確か9歳頃ね。なんかあのヒゲが無性にムカついてちょん切ってやろうと布団の中で裁縫バサミ構えて待ってたの。
Very interesting that Santa Claus is written the same way as the witch characters. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected that. Merry Christmas. Burn Castle moment. Yeah, I'm so confused. But also it's quite on point because we're watching a series and we kind of like watch 1-2 episodes for dinner and stuff. And it happened today to just be at the Christmas episode. So I guess this is kind of like an extension of that. Like Christmas mode extended all over my evening. Santa Claus doesn't stop coming. He will always be there, unlike the North Pole boy. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Actually, when I was little, I liked Saint Nick more than I liked Santa Claus.
痛いお年頃よね。
でラムダデルタ教には物心ついてからサンタクロース教がおいでになったことがないと。普通は小学校高学年から中学校くらいまでの間までは来るものであるぞ。
Are they both conspiring to make Lambda Delta feel bad?
ある意味
Jesus Christ.
お医者で見てもらった方がいいわよ。早熟すぎると心身の成長に悪影響があるらしいから。ああ、確かに出てるわね、悪影響。
何の話をしてるのよ、あんたたち。
魔女も3人集まれば実にかしましい。
この程度のレベルの秘密じゃ聞く価値もなさそうね。私もう行ってもいい？次のゲームの準備をしなくちゃならないから。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。あの女の正体を教えなさいよ。
じゃああなたのとっておきの秘密を先に教えなさいよ。見合うものだったら教えてあげるわ。
いいわよ、教えてあげるわ。とっておきの秘密なんだから。ほら、今回のゲームで黄金を見つけて新しい魔女になった子がいたでしょ。
あやつに一体どんな秘密があるというのか。
あの子の正体にね、私気づいちゃったの。みんなにはわかるかしら。ヒントはね、喋り方にあったのよ。
え？
ほら、あの子よく口にしてたでしょ。なんとかしちゃえば。
Does she think this is something special and nobody picked up on it?
そう、この語尾がポイントだったのよ。エヴァ
Lambda's so smart.
そう。あいつの正体は、後宮エヴァだったのよ。と、驚
Bancho. I love his spoiled ultra.
ほう、それは気づかなかった。そのようなところにヒントがあったとはな。
ベアトって付き合いがいいのね。その子増長するからほどほどになさいよ。じゃあね、私は席を外すわ。
ちょっと私の秘密だけ聞いてあんたは喋んないなんてずるいわよ。あんたもあの女の正体を話しなさいよ。
あんたの秘密がすごすぎて釣り合わないわ。じゃあ代わりに私もとっておきの秘密を教えてあげるわ。日暮らしの泣く頃にってゲームの犯人の名前を教えてあげる。
言わないで。私今プレイしてるとこなの。
Self-advertising much.
じゃあね、ベアト。紅茶美味しかったわ。あと、お茶菓子のクラッカーだけど、ジャムのレパートリーが足りないわ。たまにはコチュジャンでも用意しなさい。
Bern has very specific tastes.
ロシアンティーにもぴったりだし。じゃあね。
そうか、わかった。
Very subtle. It's incredibly subtle. Nobody picked up on that.
試してみよう。次のゲームの準備が整ったら呼ぼうぞ。それまでゆっくり戦略でも練るがよい。
ええ、そうするわ。今回のゲームはなかなか面白かったわよ。じゃあね。
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。教えなさいよ。
Bye.
いやいや、本当にお二人は仲が良い。
そうよ。大好きよ、ベルンカステル。愛してるとさえ言ってもいいわ。あの瞳をえぐり出して、私以外を映さないようにしてやりたい。それは本当に素敵よね。
Oh my god.
紅茶に沈めても素敵かもしれない。
Oh my god.
ラムダデルタ教をここまで夢中にさせるとは。わらわも責任重大であるな。しかし今回は実に惜しかった。あと一息でバトラーをコロリといけたもの。
ベアと、一個聞いていい？
なんであるか？あの女の名前は教えぬぞ。
いつまでチャラけてんのよ。あんた勝つ気あんの？
Lambda Delta threatened her with a low voice that she had never used in front of Burn Castle. It completely blew away the calm atmosphere which had been there until a moment ago.
私はね、
Oh wow, that face. Oh, so creepy.
ベルンカステルに勝てる魔女ってことで、あんたに肩入れしてんのよ。あんたにベルンカステルに勝てる力がないってんなら、いつだって私はあんたなんか見捨てるんだからね。
これは手厳しい。わらわの何がご不満なのか。今日もご存知の通り、わらわのゲーム版は完璧だ。ベルンカステル教には決して勝てはせん。
そうよ。あんたのゲーム版は実に見事よ。ベルンカステルが100年はおろか1000年を費やそうとも絶対に勝つことのできな
Yeah, the
い、
music is very good.
実に見事な
So many
完
great
璧なゲーム版よ。だから私はそれを借りることの引き換えにあんたを魔女にしてやったのよ。私があんたの後見人をやめれば、あんたはすぐに人間に逆戻り。どんなにすごい魔力を持っていても、あんたはかりそめの魔女でしかないことを決して忘れないことよ。
わかっておるわ。そなたには感謝しておる。
Interesting.
タメ口聞かないでよ。
Oh god, this face is so creepy.
ベルンカステルがいる
not.
ときは許すけど、 いない時は許さないわ。あんた最近私の恩を忘れてるでしょ。
そんなことはありません。
Yeah, he sneaks them, and I'm here like, did I miss something so far and I didn't connect any dots? Or is this supposed to be like a bomb drop of some sort? Wait, was I supposed to know that? Or is this just now being revealed and like they're doing this so casual, like, there you go. Here you are. Hey Zeku, how are you?
やっぱ気持ち悪いわ。いつもの喋り方でいい。でも口の利き方には注意してよ。私案外短気よ。話を戻すわ。あんたのゲーム版は実に完璧。ベルンカステルを容易に任すことができるでしょうよ。しかしあの子は簡単に屈服しない。何度でも挑んでくるわ。
問題はない。ラムダデルタ教のお墨付きではないか。
The all-powerful Betty being totally humbled by this girl. Ah, don't worry, Zeku. That's not unfortunately. The VODs are always there if you wanna check them out, and if not, you just like wanna hop in at a later point, that's perfectly fine as well. We will always welcome you with open arms, and I'm happy to have you around. So no worries, no worries.
わらわのゲーム版は完璧だ。
そうよ。完璧よ。プレイヤーであるあんたも完璧ならね。
それはどういう意味か。
どういう意味？私が聞きたいくらいよ。あんたのゲームには遊びが多い。それは時にベルンカステルを煙に巻くから、あんたなりの策略なんだと私も最初は思ってた。でもなんだか違う気がするの。あんた勝てる試合をもてあそんでるんじゃなくて、勝っても負けてもどうでもいいって思ってるんじゃないの？
バカバカしい。そんなことあるわけもなかろうが。
いいこと？あんたの役目はベルンカステルを屈服させることよ。つまりゲームに永遠に勝者でいること。あなたが絶対の勝者であり続けようとする限り、私は絶対の魔女として。でももしあなたが自らの話は変わるわよ。
Oh, sorry, I kind of pressed a little bit too fast, but there we go. Had an issue with the cable there. I'm not really sure what she's getting at.
これはゲームである。
Okay.
わらわが勝てばベルンカステル教が負けるように、向こうが勝てばわらわが負ける日もあるだろう。常に敗北の可能性はあり得る。だからこそわらわは。
だからあんたは使えないのよ。あんたはゲーム版である必要なんかない。ベルンカステルを永遠にここに閉じ込める鳥かごでさえあればいいの。鳥かごの役目は中の小鳥を絶対に逃がさないことよ。たまに抜け出せてしまうような隙間のある鳥かごに何の価値が？
無論ゲームは勝つためのもの。そしてわらわが負けることはありえない。ゆえにわらわは勝ち続けようぞ。お望み通り永遠に。
Shimi said Beatrice does nothing to play in a way that makes victory certain as, and you seem like you don't actually want to win. Yeah, but that's not the part that confuses me. It's just what exactly do they mean by keeping Burn Castle captive? Okay, fine.
いい
We'll
返
see.
事よ。それでいいわ。策略としての遊びやフェイクは許す。今 今回有効だったところもあるしね。でもね、もしあなたが勝ち以外を望むような指し手をしたら、その時は素敵な覚悟をなさいよね。
そのようなことはせぬ。誓うとも。
もともと魔女ですらないあんたが、本当いつだって思い出させてあげるんだから。
Use fakes as part of your taxes was mind blowing to me. I don't know what that means. Does it mean that I can't, like, nothing is for sure, everything that we've seen is a question mark? I don't know.
私の期待を裏切ったら、その時は楽しい楽しい罰ゲームが待ってるわよ。
I mean, yeah, for sure there are. Like, I wouldn't at any point have expected that everything that Beto says or does is truth. I mean, yeah. I'm not supposed to understand it now. Right, this is stream number what? 31. I have been spending these 30 streams over 70 hours. 70? No, wait, am I confusing? No, yeah. Yeah. Over 70 hours. 75 even. In the state of, oh, I'm not supposed to understand this yet. Okay, at this point, I'm starting to get completely desensitized to it. Like, okay, fine, yet another thing I don't understand. Yeah, move on. You're telling me stuff is mind-blowing to you when you encountered it, and I'm here like, I don't know what to do with that. I thought everything was true when I played it blind. The thing is, like, it just can't be that everything that we've seen or been told is all true at the same time, because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know what fakes means when you mention it that way. I thought initially when I first read it that it meant something like faking out the other party, you know, like she did in this previous episode. What's the word? Just giving the impression of something and like really going for the act of it, really like deep into the thick of it. Now that you're drawing my attention to it, it makes me feel like fakes. What, like character fakes, or what exactly? I don't know. It's confusing. It's okay, it will make sense in another 50 hours. Yeah, great, thank you. And I have chapter 5 chapters ahead. Yeah, I do. Personally, I thought episode 3 gives a ton of clues and story elements that help in how to deal with this whole affair. This is the question, Sark, still don't worry. I don't know how to feel. Because at the same time, you are like trying to reassure me that it's okay to still not understand, and you're also telling me, oh, but there's been so many clues, and like this was mind-blowing, and this is a great clue, and this and that, and I'm here. So should I chill, or should I worry, or should I stress, or what? I don't know. I'm just gonna read, okay, if that's alright. Right, I just read half of this. So you weren't even a witch, and I can remind you that what a truly shabby creature you were at any time. Wow, Lambda Delta, jeez. If you betray my expectations at that time, I will have a delightful penalty waiting for you.
100億のかけら世界の中から最も惨めなかけらにあんたを送り込んで封印してあげる。
Oh my god. She's creeping me out way more than Beatrice has ever in this whole 75 hours, so... It will always be okay to not understand and definitely chill. Okay. This makes more sense when you have the answers. Without them, they aren't as revealing as they seem. Okay. Everyone deals with it differently. Some people immediately start analyzing it while they go through it. It's just bit while it's up to you. Okay. I do think about it from time to time off stream. I don't know, I'm doing dishes and I'm suddenly thinking of some red truths. But I don't really get far, and to be honest, I don't really feel like investing the time and effort to do it or try to figure things out myself. I'd rather just roll with the story. And if anything clicks while I'm doing that, great. And if it doesn't, it won't. It's fine.
あんたはもともとが惨めだから、惨めなかけらも実に選びがいがあるわ。愛してるわ、ヘルン
Yeah,
カ
that
ス
is
テル。
true.
ベアトリーチェの鳥かごで好きなだけあがいて。もはや逃れられないことを1000年かけて知りなさい。そしてあなたが屈服したら、私の手のひらでしか泣けないようにたっぷりと仕込んであげるんだから。
Okay, I am creeped out. Her outfit no longer does it for me. It's completely overcome and taken over by the creepiness. No. Okay. Right, okay, so sorry. The takeaway from that, Lambda Delta has some power and some sort of hold over Beatrice. What kind, we don't know. But Beatrice seems afraid of her. Least unhinged bridge? Really? Right, so the Zulin says something else. I wouldn't say, oh, don't think about anything because there might be answers. No, like, that's the thing, there's like one extreme and then there's the other, right? So we find our place somewhere in between. And I'm not advocating for any of the extremes, right? Because one extreme is like not think about it at all, and another is to like just, you know that meme with the guy with the bulge eyes and like with the a wall of clues connected by red threads and like you know, that is the other extreme. So I guess we each place ourselves somewhere in between depending on our affinities and personalities and the way we go about it, and I'm more towards the not think about it so much side, and you probably were into the other side, obviously not all the way to the, you know, meme guy, but I already have this sense of interacting with you over the streams for so long already, that you are really into figuring things out. Like you want to know, you want to do it, you want to like rack your brains out, and that is satisfying for you or entertaining for you, and so you do that. But I don't go as far as that. That's literally all there is. Lambda's in love, so her face is understandable. Oh my god. No, I can't see it like that for now. I'm so sorry. That's just the. Lambda is burnt castle skin zone. Oh my god. It's so twisted and creepy. Okay, let's see what is this. "12 years later." Wow. Yep, that is also true. I also agree. I just those are so in your face, and there's so much weight put on them, and I feel like if I ever were to try to like theorize about anything, I would have to connect the dots that were given through the red truths as well. Oh god, this scene. Okay. A monotonous electronic sound kept on repeating. The theme of that room was a so-called hygienic, emotionless white. It was a room of a certain university hospital. An ordinary person wouldn't be able to afford the cost of even a single night in this room. A room which neither her doctors nor she herself had any doubts would be the last she ever stayed in. Was the person on the bed Eva? She looked haggard and aged to the point that you would not believe it was her unless you were told. A well-built man in a suit waiting in the corner near the door was having a conversation with the outside in a low voice over the intercom. He was a guard protecting Eva's person. After telling the person on the other end of the intercom to wait, he approached Eva's bed. Eva had been awake for a while. However, she stared at a single point in empty space as though her mind was not in the same place.
エンジェさんが下のロビーに到着しました。お通ししてよろしいですか?
For a long time, Eva didn't answer. However, bit by bit, her eyes began to regain their focus and she gave a small nod indicating that she didn't mind if they called Enje. Enje. Am I saying that right? Eva herself had been the one to call her, and she was right on time. Eva now refused to meet anyone without an appointment made in advance. The reason the room was dark even though it was still light outside was because the curtains were closed. There was always one guard waiting in the room and 3 more waiting in the corridor and the lobby. Wait, what? Why so many guards? What the fuck? They were all there to protect Eva's person. And why does it say they were there to protect Eva's person and not they were there to protect Eva? What's the difference? It feels like such a clunky English translation. Eventually, there was the sound of a knock. Also, there was a message from the intercom that the guest's body check had been completed with no problems. Body check? Wow. The door was unlocked and opened, and a woman of about high school age was standing there.
会長、エンジェさんがいらっしゃいました。
Eva reacted and turned her face towards the guest. However, instead of reacting to the guard's call, maybe it would be better to say that she reacted to the smell of Enje's makeup. Having been shut up in this room for so long, Eva was sensitive to small changes in smell. Like, it would have been something to say that she noticed the smell of her perfume. But the smell of makeup? I know makeup has a smell, but it's so goddamn subtle.
Enji.
Oh god, her voice. What the fuck is that?
来たわ。呼ばれたから。
On Eva's face, you couldn't find the expression of one warmly welcoming their niece. And on Enja's face, you couldn't see the expression of one pleased to see their aunt. Eva waved her arm, which had grown as thin as a withered branch, and motioned for the guard to leave. The guard bowed silently and went out into the hall.
暗い上に空気もひどいわ。カーテンでも開けたら。
そうすると、あんたの依頼した殺し屋が窓越しに撃ってくるって寸法なのかしら。
Protect someone's person is sometimes used to emphasize bodily protection rather than, for example, protect someone's feelings or mental well-being, where one's person is meant as their body. Ah, I see. I mean, I wouldn't have expected guards to be there to protect someone's feelings or well-being, or mental well-being, but yeah, it's just felt the emphasis on it, I don't know, it was a bit unsettling to me. That's all.
あんたの暗殺依頼なら、私が受けたいわ。家でのんびり、ほんの一月も過ごしてれば、勝手に任務が終わるもの。
I'd love a mental health bodyguard person. Oh, that's cool. Their discussion was quite morbid for an aunt and niece, stopping me from growing on Reddit or reading YouTube comments. Yeah. However, they didn't look like they were joking. At the very least, Eva did believe that someone was after her life. All of the Ushiromiya family's massive fortune had come into the possession of Ushiromiya Eva. It was said that this fortune also included the 10 tons of hidden gold that Ushiromiya Kinzo was rumored to have kept concealed. They could do nothing while this vast wealth was in the hands of the cunning, sly, and extremely suspicious Eva. But it was rumored that if it passed on to Enji, who was no more than a young girl, certain people were plotting to snatch it away at once. Oh man, this fortune, it's like such a headache. Why would you even want it at this point? Jesus. By now, Eva and Enji were Kinzo's only descendants. If Eva died, all of the wealth would go to Enji. And if Enji were to be killed as well, that wealth would go to the family of Enji's mother, Kiri. In this sense, not only Eva but Enji as well was in a position where it wouldn't be odd at all for her life to be targeted by some unknown person. And Eva had hated Enji for a long time, because after losing her precious only son George, she had learned that the only one who had survived to inherit her own wealth was Enji, who had been absent from that family conference 12 years ago. Eva shunned Enji, hated her, even detested her. She isolated Enji in a special school and separated her from the youth and happiness normal people have, trying to deprive her life of all opportunity. However, Eva had succumbed to an incurable illness, and ironically, her remaining life was estimated to be the same as Kinzo's had been at that family conference 12 years earlier. Oh yeah. Both Eva and Enji hated each other. Even though they were each other's last blood relatives, they hated each other so much that they hoped the other would die quickly. If Enji is in high school, how would you hope that she dies quickly?
それでわざわざ呼びつけてなんのよ。
私はもう長くないわ。ヤブ医者どもは未だに私が盛られた毒が何かも検出できない。わかってるの？きっと某国の諜報機関で使われてた秘密の暗殺薬なのよ。ああ、私は殺されるのよ。殺されるのよ。よかったわね。もうじき死ぬわよ。そうすれば、さぞやあなたの胸がすくでしょうね。
かわいそうな人。
This always happened. She immediately deviated from the main topic, distorting it into a more unsettling discussion. Eva, who was full of suspicion, believed that someone was always after her life. Indeed, after inheriting the vast wealth of the Ushiromiya family, she had used wild methods just like Kinzo had done in the past, and had repeatedly made money by any means necessary, creating many enemies along the way. With the massive supply of capital, she had launched aggressive takeovers against businesses which were starting to have rapid growth, making them buy it back at a high price under the guise of reconciliation. Ironically, it was the same type of action that her husband's company had been hit with 12 years ago. I was about to say. Yeah. She had repeated this constantly for the past 12 years. She had also earned a lot of hatred. If her husband had heard of this from beyond the grave, he might have defended her, saying that this was because of the loneliness from losing her family. Okay. However, no one who knew her now would come to her defense. For some time, Eva waxed eloquent about exactly how her life was being targeted, listing off names of people who likely held hatred for her, and sneering at the fact that she still hadn't been killed. Even when Enji heard her own name included in that list, her expression did not change significantly, and she waited indifferently for Eva to tire herself out.
私はね、憎いのよ。あんたが。
光栄ね。私もよ。
ジョージのために築いた未来だった。それをあんたにかすめ取られるなんて。 ルドルフの娘に奪われるなんて。私は悔しい。子も残せず、財産すらも奪われるなんて、それが私には許せない。
だったら財産全部お布施にでもしちゃえば。お百度踏んでた宗教系の連中はどうしたのよ。
If she got off, like she was the only one who got off the island, and everyone else was dead, why is this a conclusion or a regret or resentment that she's coming to after 12 years? Like, you can piece it together even then. I don't get it.
連中はみんな言うのよ。多すぎる財産が私の負担になっているって。決まって、だから預けて清める必要があるとか言い出すのよ。それで思いついたのよ。寄付はやめたわ。
For a time, Eva had invited in the founders of several strange new religious cults, perhaps looking for peace in her heart. But in the end, they did not give her heart any relief, and only further increased her suspicion.
お金が余ってるなら、サラブレッド買い占めて、コンビーフでも作れば？
それよりもっと面白いことを思いついたのよ。
Okay. What is that?
いろいろ悩んだわ。どうやればあなたをひどい目に遭わせられるかをね、殺してしまおうとも思ったわ。
Eva's voice here is just dripping with this sense of hate, sadness, and paranoia. Yeah, I can feel it. It's so much worse than Kinzo. I can't believe that I'm saying that, but yeah, it's so much worse than Kinzo. Oh.
あるいは、すべての財産を消し去り、あなたを無一文にして後ろ宮家から叩き出してやろうかとも思ったわ。素敵でしょ？お上品に育てられたご令嬢が腐ったパンや泥水を這いつくばって漁り回るのよ。ああ、それも実に素敵だわ。
楽しい？
楽しいわ。あなたを怯えさせるのはね。
She doesn't seem scared
で
to me.
ももうじき私は死ぬわ。だから私が死んだ後もどうやってあなたを苦しませ続けるか考えたの。そうしたら案外単純なことだったわ。それをあなたに話したくて呼んだのよ。
そろそろ中間近いんだけど、手短にね。
あなたにすべての財産を相続することにしたわ。
へえ。
それどころか、私が死ぬ最後の一日まで、どこまでも財産を増やして、膨れに膨らませてあなたに相続することにしたのよ。
Okay.
それがどういうことか、想像がつくかしら。
わかんないわ。バカだから。
Oh, the witch life.
そうよね。わかんないでしょうね。楽しみにしてなさいよ。本当に楽しいわよ。お金持ちは。
I wish someone would hate me that much. I think somewhere inside we all might, have that, a piece of that kind of thought. But, yeah, no, I'm honestly good. And if Enja strikes me, okay, we haven't seen much of her, but she strikes me like a well-adjusted human being who, even though maybe I actually don't know exactly what her financial situation is here because it hasn't been told to us. We haven't been told exactly how she's surviving, who's taking care of her, blah blah blah, whatever. Maybe she's relying on Kiria's side of the family, who knows. But she strikes me as the kind of person who would be like quick on her feet, and the moment she gets to the point where she can, you know, get a job or do things for herself and for her own life, she would just roll up her sleeves and sit down and freaking do it and get her life in order by herself, solely relying on her own work and her own results, and like not even spare a thought for, oh, my aunt has this huge fortune, maybe she'll give it to me, maybe not, whatever. Like, I think she's completely unfazed by it. That's my perception so far. Maybe I'm wrong. Want to know the things about being rich? It's fucking great. May have been said with a tinge of dramatic irony. The thing about being rich is fucking great. I mean, it is up to a certain point, you know, when you can afford to live a comfortable life. And not have to constantly worry about every little thing, but this is also something that I feel like the novel is making at this point. There also comes a point past which it's just a hassle and a burden, and it just eats your life away. I don't need that. I can live happily without that. Great impressions of best Umineko character. Oh. This is, oh yeah, you're right, 1998 in terms of 12 years later, correct. I mean, I was 8 in 1998, I remember it more or less vaguely. The economic situation in Japan wasn't exactly the best there. Yes, true, but still, Enja still strikes me as the kind of person who would just, you know, endure it and make something of herself. I don't want to be wrong, please. Yeah. It's just an impression that I have.
毎日日本中の妖怪が朝から晩まで遊びに来るわよ。あんたの私生活はこれからはすべてワイドショーと週刊誌が覗き見してくれるわ。何をしてもしなくてもマスコミは必ず私を批判する。施せばブルジョワだと叩かれ、渋れば主戦度だと罵られる。ああ、本当に素敵な毎日よ。そんな日々に若くて先の長いあなたをぜひ招待してあげようと思いついたの。本当に素敵でしょ。
The speech from Eva here is really chilling, especially when you look up how rich people were perceived by the Japanese public. They really fucking hated them. Yeah. I mean, I can see where that would come from, because if the times were really rough and people were really struggling, it is almost human to have this instant I don't even know what the proper word is, like just this rejection and just despise people who you feel like have it so easy and they're so much better off than you in the situation where you very likely work so much harder than them. Right, so it's very human to have that feeling. That doesn't mean it's necessarily justified. Yeah. I know. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's a human reaction. It doesn't mean it's justified. People have it even in these days. Like, it's not something... It's probably just exacerbated in times of economic struggles, like very profound economic struggles. But it's just something that people just will generally exhibit. Yeah.
"あんたのしてきたことに対する世間の正当な評価でしょ?"
そうね、そうでしょうね。いいわ。好きなだけ け私を罵るといいわ。そしてその評価をあなたが背負うのよ。製品が善人、金持ちは死ねというのが日本の文化。
Yeah, this is also something incredibly warped. It's I don't even have the words, but yeah, this whole concept of poverty is so honorable, and if you struggle every day, that's the goal, that's the ideal. It is not. It is not. I'm pretty sure the people who have to struggle every day, who have to worry constantly about their livelihood, are not having a great time, because that's not necessarily living, that's just surviving. Right, so this is also a concept that's taken way to the extreme.
あんたはやがて何をしてもしなくても日本中から妬みと恨みの象徴に祭り上げられていく。そんな生活の中で生きていくあなたのこれからの人生は、あんたの味方は誰もいない。あんたの悩みなど誰も聞かない。あなたを罵ることは公然としたスポーツになる。そしてそれを誰も止めない。ああ、エンジェああ、本当に楽しみよ。あんたはどんな人生を送ってどう終えるのかしら。世界中の誰も信用できず、誰も愛せず、誰とも語り合えない人生をたっぷり満喫しなさい。その苦労話を持って地獄へ落ちてくるのを私はのんびりと待っているわ。
Oi. This is one of the parts I like most about Umineko, conflict between wealth, responsibility, and culture. Yeah, it's a very well portrayed, I guess. It puts you like it conveys the substance of it, makes you think about it. The laugh is back and the laugh is gone. Yes, I was kind of bracing for the witch laugh in between, like the kind of thing. It's so creepy. To this day, I still think it's very creepy every time it comes up. Sorry, I did not read that. My bad. Her insane laughter turned into a painful cough. Without changing her expression in the slightest, looking completely unconcerned, and just stared at the only survivor of Rokenjima. Perhaps because he found the violent coughing odd, the guard flew in as he gave a short knock on the door. Enja glanced at him, wordlessly showing that she hadn't moved a step from where she had been. Enja was prepared for some kind of trap to frame her in Eva's death. However, that was fortunately a needless anxiety. As the guard rubbed Eva's back, he poured hot water from a thermos in the mug. As he did, Eva kept coughing and looking like she was in pain. Enja thought that this was probably the final form of the Witch of Rokenjima and the last she would be able to see. Eventually, Eva was able to moisten her throat and regain her normal breathing. However, the glittering madness inside her eyes hadn't subsided in the slightest.
あの呪われた莫大な黄金と後ろ三宅当主の家督、そして黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェの名を今こそあなたに譲るわ。魔女の名にふさわしい狂って歪んだ生涯を楽しみなさい。
そんなのいらないわ。それより教えて。あの日、六軒島で何があったの？事故があったなんて、私は信じない。あの日に何があったのか、 父さんと母さんと兄さんがどうして死んだのか。
ああ、それが一番の嫌がらせよね。あの日に何があったか。1986年の今日、何があったのか。なんて言葉を残して3人が死んだのか、知りたいわよね。教えないわよ。
There it is. The witch laughed.
呪われた黄金は残す。でもね、あんたが望む真相は私が地獄まで持っていくわ。それがあんたにできる一番の嫌がらせよ。悔しい？聞きたければ地獄まで行ってあんたの家族に聞いてみるといい。
Eva doesn't like spoilers.
なら今すぐ死なないとね。今すぐへそでも噛んで死んじゃえば。
That laugh continued until she started coughing again. And that cough did not subside until she started moaning and going into convulsions. She said the line. That's why people like Eva, because of the line? Ah, because she doesn't like spoilers. Ah, okay. Sorry. I misconnected the dots. October 4th, 1986. On Rokkenjima, the Ushiromiya family's customary and final family conference was held. Respect to Eva hates an 18-year-old so much that she only lives despite her. Yeah. Clearly, she has issues. Clearly, she wasn't able to overcome a lot of things. And clearly, those were very difficult things to overcome and, you know, move on and live. So in the end, she didn't die. But she didn't live either. The fortune did nothing for her. On the contrary, it seems like it just took things from her. She lost everything on the island, in my view, because she lost her family. And then she just continued to lose. For 12 straight years, and there she is now. It's so pitiful. I truly, I just feel pity for her, I know. Losing George and Hideyoshi seems to have completely broken her, yeah. Eva got kinzoed. I think she got worse than kinzoed. We can say that Eva still died at that. Yeah. Yeah. It's true. The Eva that came to the island never came back. And Goda? Oh god. And on the next day, October 5th, an extremely unfortunate accident occurred and the Ushiromiya family was wiped out. As good luck would have it, Ushiromiya Eva escaped from that and succeeded almost all of the Ushiromiya family's fortune. However, due to the many turbulent rumors surrounding the Ushiromiya family, the way Eva acted afterwards, and her unnatural actions at the time of the unfortunate accident, there was public controversy over whether this might have been a plot to get all of the inheritance for herself. Under pressure from the public, prosecutors attempted numerous investigations, and the media began tracing the outline of the murder plot under the name of Rokkenjima Gate. Everything is a gate, wow. When it comes to stuff like that. But in the end, they were not able to find sufficient proof of this unfortunate accident. That this unfortunate accident was a crime. Yeah, unfortunate accident. However, because the media continued to give the impression that Rokkenjima Gate was a murder plot by Eva, public opinion began to believe that she was the true culprit. Of course, all that easily condemnable, overbearing financial activity which she had carried out using that vast wealth. left a bad impression that only made matters worse. Every time she did something and the rumor started spreading, the talk shows would bring back Rokenjima Gate, blaming the justice system by saying that she was the true culprit and that the only reason that she hadn't been arrested was because even the police had been bribed. And the impression that she was an evil criminal grew stronger and stronger. Her heart eventually degenerated, and ironically it began to transfigure her into the kind of human that the public expected. By now, Eva had no one she trusted and no family. Her beloved husband Hideyoshi was already no more, and the talk shows would occasionally mention his company, saying that it was run recklessly while criticizing and disgracing its former accomplishments. Even her beloved son, George, was dramatized as the stereotypical rich, lazy son that the public expected, and no one even attempted to find out what a simple and honest character he had possessed. As to how much all this hurt Eva and run her to ruin, no one was interested. The public was only interested in the idea of an evil woman who had gone so far as to kill her whole family to become a multi-millionaire, and in what kind of pitiful final years she would lead. So she changed more and more, until eventually, Eva's personality was transfigured to the point that she was treated as a lunatic. It was said that she sometimes remembered that this was exactly the same way her father Kinzo, who she had once admired, had been in his later years, and laughed at herself with scorn. And on the day of that final family conference, because Ushiromiya Rudolph's daughter Inge had been sick and had stayed with her mother's family, she had not participated. At the age of 6, she lost her family and gained Eva as her guardian. Since Enji had become Eva's only blood relative, Eva took very good care of her. She had imposing guards always surrounding Enji's person to prevent her from coming to harm. Enji had even her right to play with friends, to come home from school together, and to enjoy the seasons together stolen. Oh wow, oh god, that's terrible. So that she can live a full and pleasant school life, Eva sent Enji to an elegant boarding school which took care of her every need, completely isolating her from the world. Okay. She didn't even know the popular songs that girls her age might hum. She was never once given a chance to enjoy window shopping with her friends or stuff her mouth with crepes, much less an encounter with a member of the opposite sex to make her heart throb. All the more reason to, no longer want anything to do with Eva or her fortune or her whatever. Jesus. Inge did not have a single friend. If anyone carelessly acted friendly with Inge, they would be scolded by the guards or else the teachers. All of them were strictly ordered not to let the peasants. I took offense at that. All of them were strictly ordered not to let the peasants approach the daughter of the esteemed Ushiromiya family. During that time, the talk shows were always talking about Ushiromiya Eva and always spreading rumors about her many financial evil deeds. Those who found out that she was her daughter naturally began to keep their distance. Even now, she was called a witch at school, and anytime something adverse happened, it was basically whispered as truth that the school was operating according to her wishes, and that she had something to do with it. The environment makes the person. By now, she had a heart as hardened as those around her appeared. She trusted no one and didn't even try. She loved no one and didn't even try. And on top of all this, even Eva caught an incurable disease. When Eva caught an incurable disease, it was whispered that this too had been planned, and this time Angel was set up as the mastermind. Everyone whispered that the daughter of a witch was a witch. Even the talk shows and the weekly magazines whispered that. So Angel too, because of that, as though it might as well be true, accepted it. Therefore, since she already believed that she was a witch, when she heard that the name of the Golden Witch was being turned over to her, she felt nothing if not completely unfazed. However, she was at least sure of one thing. The title of witch that she had inherited would definitely never be inherited by anyone else. She would be the last head of the Ushiromiya family, and the last isolated cold village. She will break the wheel. I like that. Andrew could be seen on the roof of a skyscraper. Oh, this gives me some... this gives me Rin Tosaka feels. Because she liked being on top of buildings and stuff. Here we go. Oh my god. Compared to the winds of the world, which had beaten down upon her until now, this strong cold wind was warm and pleasant. Below her lay a beautiful nighttime scene and a dazzling river of red and white lights. It was a clear sky tonight. NJ is so great, the soundtrack is heartbreaking. Yeah. The music really it was made so suitably for moments like these, and hype moments and danger moments and all of the kinds of moments that the novel has. It's so pretty. The archer class is really made up of archers. It was a clear sky tonight, so there really should have been countless stars stretching out over the sky. However, the light from the ground was so bright you couldn't see them at all. Enja couldn't help but think that what she really sought lay somewhere in that unseen starlight. The world of reality below her looked so far away from here. This place felt to her as the closest to the world she should really be in. There was only one thing that Indra cursed. Why had not been able to go to that family conference on that day 12 years ago? If I had gone, I would probably have been able to be with my family forever. Recently, I've been having a dream about my family, over and over again. Myself of 12 years ago calls out frantically, urging them not to go to the family conference. And all other lies we tell ourselves? What? What do you mean? But both mom and dad are too far away and my hand won't reach them. I reach for the hand of Battler Nissan, who always really loved me, for the hand that would always pat my head. Don't hit me with Battler being dead, okay? I think I can handle a lot of things, but I really cannot handle that for some reason. But even though it looks like it's so close to reaching, even that falls short. For some reason, I started having that dream over and over again. Whenever I have that dream, I repeat my useless effort inside the dream, trying to stretch out my hand even more forcefully. If only Battler Nissan at least could have left. Then perhaps at least the two of us could have supported each other through life in this cold and lonely reality. But his hand never reaches me. So even if I climb on the roof of a building as tall as this one, I am distantly separated from all of them. A mysterious girl appears in my dreams and urges me. That girl in my dreams urges me to arrive at the truth of what happened 12 years ago. Oh, is that Burn Castle?
父さんたちにあの日何があったのかを知ることができたなら帰ってきてくれるの。せめて誰かが。
There was no way that anyone existed who could answer those words. I understand. In this world, I have no family, no friends, no one. So, let's go. Let's go home. To where my family is. From the beginning, Enja's figure had been On the far side of the fence, of course. The scenery below her eyes was distant, beautiful, and so fantastical that it did not give rise to the slightest bit of fear. If I face down, I'll surely be taken to the world below. So I faced up, because I wanted to be taken to the world above, the world where my family was. Who cares about vast wealth? Who cares about cursed gold? Who cares about the golden witch Beatrice? What I really want isn't something that even a mountain of gold will help me obtain. What I need for that is just a small amount of courage to take a single step forward. Just then, I definitely heard a voice. I knew that voice. The voice that had always called to me in my dreams. There it is. Before my eyes, in other words, in midair above that jet black nighttime scenery. There was the figure of that girl I had seen in my dreams. She spoke again with the same voice I had heard inside my dreams.
あなたの助けが必要なの。
私の助け？誰が？
あなたの家族がよ。あなたの家族は永遠に12年前の今日から明日に閉じ込められているわ。
それを救えば私の家族は帰ってくるの？
When I asked the question I most wanted to ask, the girl cruelly stopped talking and hung her head.
それは約束できないわ。敵は黄金の魔女ベアトリーチェ。強大な相手よ。私には太刀打ちできない。でも同じ黄金の魔女ならなんとかなるかもしれない。
何の話かわからないわ。
1986年のベアトリーチェに太刀打ちできるのは1998年の最後のベアトリーチェだけ。つまりあなたよ。エンジェベアトリーチェ。
Okay, I do not like this part, but okay.
12年前の魔女が私の家族を奪ったの？
そう。あなたの仇にあたる。あなたに常に孤独な未来を強いる元凶よ。
私の家族の仇。
見返りにあなたの望む最も理想的な世界、家族の帰ってくる世界のかけらを探してあげるわ。
No, it's okay, Zeku. I just, I was placing my hope that Andrew would be a very good asset on the human side, but I don't like the fact that, oh, you can oppose Beatrice because you are the latest or the last Beatrice. Oh god, we're gonna continue with this cycle of passing on the name and golden witches and... okay. I mean, I can roll with it, it's fine. I just wish it wasn't the case. I have Eva Beato PTSD flashbacks when she heard, and I do have some of those true. Yes. Yeah. But I want to trust Enjin. She gives me really good vibes. She gives me the vibe that she is the protagonist that Battler has not been able to be so far. So I'm gonna set that aside and put my faith in that for now. Because I don't really have much else to go with. Ah, yes, Beatrice, I heard that name. And suddenly in my head, Kinzo is screaming for Beatrice. Okay. Parenthesis closed, let's go on. Alright. Burns is going to look for a fragment of a world where the family comes back home.
必ず希望が叶うと約束はできない。1986年のベアトリーチェのゲーム版は あまりに完璧。
Beatrice! Yes, exactly that.
今日の手土産にその理想のかけらを持参しようとしたんだけれど、未だに見つけられないの。かなりの強固な運命よ。ラムダデルタと戦った時以来の。
何を言ってるのかわからない。
あなたに復讐のチャンスを。見返りにあなたが享受できる可能性の中で最も幸せな結末を探して持ってくることを約束するわ。復讐、徒労になるかもしれない。仮に復讐を成し遂げられたとしても、家族が帰ってくる絶対の保証はない。奇跡的確率でせいぜい一人を連れ戻せるかどうかよ。
Angie now understood the meaning of that dream. That dream where it seemed that with just a little bit more, her hand might at least be able to reach back the Nissan.
奇跡的な確率でも、それはゼロよりは高いのよね。1% くらい。
あらゆる可能性の数値は結果の前に無力よ。だからその数字を私には語ることができない。
でも私が何もしないよりは絶対にわずかの可能性がある。
Well, they say you miss all the shots you don't take, so...
ええ。あなたが希望を捨てない限り、ただし覚悟して、それは限りなくゼロに近い。
いいわ。乗るわ、その話。
いいのね。多分もう二度とここへは帰ってこれないわよ。
I mean, why would she want to?
ここは私のいるべき世界じゃないわ。そして私のいるべき世界は私が自分で探す。
There it is. The whole making stuff happen for herself.
あなたの名前を聞かせて。
奇跡の魔女ベルンカステル。そして我が名においてあなたは黄金の魔女エンジェ・ベアトリーチェだと認めるわ。今こそあなたは本当の魔女よ。
The instant she proclaimed that I was a witch, I felt dizzy, as though something inside me had changed drastically. Just then I heard a slam. It was the door of the... it was the sound of the door connecting the staircase to the rooftop being opened. There were on Eva's guards only in name, aren't they? What? I can't read this. Why is it going automatically?
マルタイ発見、屋上応援求む。エンジェさん、探しましたよ。そこは危ないですから、早くこちらへ。
何あれ？
Is this supposed to go like this?
私結構モテるの。
捕まる必要はないわね。行きましょう。
It's intended, okay. I thought I pressed something wrong. Okay, thank you. I like that Enjo is a witch and a Beatrice. Yeah, I mean, you're on the witch side though. I'm on the human side more. Absolute banger of a credit song. It sounds amazing. It's to sing the music how they want it. Got it. Makes sense. The game autoclick? Yeah, the game was just pushing the lines through. I didn't even get to read the ones that were not voice acted fully because it was just too fast. More auto scrolling up the credits, be prepared. Okay. I'm not ready for the emotional hellish roller coaster that chapter 4 is. Oh god. A few other tea parties, we'll do that later. Okay. Most episodes will have auto scroll segments towards the end. Yes. Okay. Okay. I will keep that in mind. I will not be surprised next time. Or else, I'll not necessarily not surprised, but like if it starts happening, I'm like, oh, okay, we're here again. I'm gonna have that reaction. Looking annoyed, Burncastle turned on her heels. In the jet black sky, watching that perfectly casual gesture, I followed her as though it was completely normal.
エンジェさん待ちなさい早まるな危ない
ああ、ダメね。全然ダメ。
ダメだ。yes, yes, yes, yes. She said the line. She said the line.
じゃあまたね。See you again.
Oh, I want Battler back, please.
迎えにはリムジンをよこしてちょうだい。
I spent like, what, an hour and 20 minutes with no Battler. I'm dying here. See you again, yes.
みんなも一緒だから。
Aww.
じゃあね。
Oh, NJ.
エンジェさん
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh god. Imagine me, there's 80 hours with around 20 minutes of burn so far. Yes, but the moments you got with her so far are just... Like, every time Bird appears, you know it's gonna be a hell of a moment. Like, or it's in preparation for a hell of a moment. It's just so good. Okay, so now we get to see characters, right? Yes. Acute battler deficiency syndrome, yes. Yes. Episode 4 is my favorite, The Heart of Umineko. Okay. Okay, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Okay, do I just read everyone? I guess we can. I don't know if I'm gonna read it out loud, but I'm just gonna scan them. But this is just like the introduction ones, right? And I can execute them and then read something else. Is that how it worked again? It's also by far the longest episode, so get ready. Okay, okay. Oh, Bea also has episode 4 as her favorite. Cool, 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 cool. How am I finding Umineko so far? What things stand out? It's a distant little checkpoint. The things that stand out to me the most is how, even though the setting is like completely crazy, with like witches and magic and trying to prove that they don't actually exist, but then a bunch of magical stuff is thrown at you, you know, like what the fuck am I gonna do? The thing that stands out the most to me is how the author explored so many real life struggles, issues, I don't know, I guess cultural things, family dynamics, moral systems of moral values that each character I guess operates within, and how it clashes with the others or with society or with like all of this very human layers and underlayers of the characters and psychology and everything. Like even in this crazy ass setting, the author managed to infuse it with so much reality and humanity. And I live for those things. Those things like are the most important to me, or like I connect with them the most. Even when it's about experiences that I've never had. Like I don't have a child, I'm not the mother, but I can connect so much with what's happening between Rosa and Maria, for example, and like, we've had ample conversations about it. And yeah, also obviously the fact that then I get to you know, say my piece and then interact with you and you say yours, and like we have this like debate and stuff. That is the most fun part of the novel for me. I don't know if I'm properly answering your question, but yeah. All of the other stuff, the murder mystery, the mind games, the plot twist, the craziness that is the witches, I can appreciate it, but I feel a little bit distanced from them because it's not necessarily my jam. It's not necessarily the things that I would go for or look for. Like, I can understand that you're all excited to see like how much of the mystery I can piece together already, or if I can make any guesses, and I try to roll with it a little bit. But yeah, it's not necessarily my thing. So I don't go too hard at it either. Chapter 4 struck me so hard, my favorite as well. Okay, all good things about chapter 4. You can use execute and resurrect, maybe experiment a bit, there might be any secrets. Okay. It's a story with crazy laughing witches summoning giant towers that shoot laser beams at each other, but actually it's just about the human condition, love, hate, and so on. That's exactly it. Look, Desalane, you are always so articulate, and you know how to distill things into words. Can you teach me? How can I be so eloquent? I went on a rant for a few minutes and you just like summarized it in 4 lines. Like, what? Yeah. Read and execute Jessica, Battler, and Eva. Okay, thank you, so that I don't like go through all the characters. That's crazy. There's a lot. Actually, I'm more excited to see you piece together how these characters tick. Okay. Okay. Then let's keep going at it. So let's, yeah, definitely read NJ. I want to also see her outfit. It is so cute. So cute. Rudolph and Kitty's daughter, Battler's younger half-sister. She didn't get to see Battler often, but they got on extremely well and she greatly respected him. Since she was absent due to illness during the family conference, she always survives in solitude. Unfortunately, she has become emotionally disturbed, always carries a huge amount of cash with her and has the bad habit of throwing it around to make sure she never has to wait. Oh, I see. I see. Interesting. Okay. And then we execute Jessica Battler. Okay. How do we execute? Ah, like that. Okay. I like that you're already in the middle of the conflict. You do not particularly like witches, but why is your favorite character assuming here siding with them? That affected you also whilst reading in episode 3. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's pretty much where I am. I wouldn't say though my favorite character. That's a little bit if you're talking about NJ. I just have this from the moment she appeared last time. I just have this very good vibe about her. That she's gonna be a great addition, and that I'm very likely going to like her a lot. Maybe I'm also a little bit projecting on what I would want her to be. Right? I'm trying to be aware of that. Maybe contain it, rein it in a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't say favorite character. I just like it was a little bit disappointing. Oh yeah, she's yet another flavor of bad teacher, golden witch kind of thing. Oh, couldn't she just have been a human? I guess maybe not. I guess we need as much help from that side as well. Because at the moment the only person on the witch side that I feel comfortable letting a little bit my guard down around is Burncastle. Everyone else has earned the wrath of my soul for eternity. I will like no, I will have no consideration, empathy, or sympathy for them from now on. I don't care. But Burn is an exception because obviously they're all against her. So she is a witch. Which, okay, sets me on edge, but the enemy of my enemy. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Fun fact about NJ, she's very popular in Japanese polls, while in Western polls she's usually in lower ranks. So do we like witches or not? I think my rant just now probably explained that. That's great. NJ is pretty divisive. I love NJ. So far, I like her. Chidarin, yes, Chidarin. You always have the sweetest reactions when the Burnt Castle is mentioned. She's probably my second favorite character, even Enja, right? Yep, we'll see. Right, so we executed Jessica. What does it say? Missing. Yes, because we don't really know what happened. She was indeed joined with Kanon in the Golden Land. They apologized to each other for their cowardice and told each other their true and honest feelings. And they hugged each other until the final moment. Afterwards, she was shot to bits by demons and went to hell. It's okay, Kanon was with her. What? Oh, I literally got goosebumps. What the fuck? Oh god. I don't know how much more of this I can go through, to be honest. I can't. Can I also read Kanon? Because he is my favorite so far. And Battler, I really like Battler. Second favorite though, because first is Canon. Canon. What am I saying? Canon. Yeah, so what happens here? Corpse discovered in the chapel, the murder weapon is soon to be a gun or spear. Okay, the chapel here, even after they keep on protecting the place important to the Lord. Okay, nothing new there. When they cry, I laugh. These descriptions are always what the fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, Battler. I guess this is like his introduction, and then we execute, and it says shot and killed by Ushiromiya Eva inside the mansion. The murder weapon was a sawed-off rifle from Ginzo's collection. Jessica lost her eyesight. There was only her and Battler. Wolves and sheep puzzle. Oh god. What does that even mean? It has a very bittersweet tone, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I was supposed to do Jessica, Battler, and Eva, right? Yeah, I do remember the Wolves and Sheep puzzle from episode 2. It took me by surprise because I wouldn't have thought about it here in terms of applying it to the situation. I don't know what that means. Is that supposed to cast some sort of doubt over Jessica? I don't know if I feel comfortable with that. I don't know anything anymore. God. Okay. We breathe in. I mean, I guess we can't execute Inja because she's like, yeah, she's alive. Nothing there. Did I want to read someone else's? I think I had this thought. Maybe. Oh, excuse me. I right-clicked by mistake. That's okay. Right-click apparently takes you back. We can't execute Eva. Okay. Everything is phrased so ominously. It's almost mean. It's almost bullying in a way. Who else? Do I have to resurrect them as well? In the absence of any irregularities, I don't know, it just goes back to the usual, you know, introduction, description kind of thing. Okay. Fine. Okay, just tell me if you wanted me to do any other character. What did it say about, so Eva, we can't do anything about it. Okay, which side? What do we have here? Virgilia. Okay, I think we read that. Okay. Ah, there's Inja here as well. Yeah, this is the same that we read before. So Inja, the final witch, born in 1998. Named by Eva as her successor and accepted with Burncastle as her guardian. She is starting from zero as a witch, but as her body is located 12 years in the future, she possesses ultimate magic resistance that prevents her from being targeted by any of Bethitch's magic. Additionally, completely converse to her older brother's magic resistance, she has a natural talent for attacks against magic types. Huh. So, Completely converse to her older brother's magic resistance, she has a natural talent for attacks against magic types. Her potential in both attack and defense is of the highest level, but the distance is great. 12 years really is. Interesting. Okay, she's not incompetent in red. Okay, I'm gonna go out on a limb and defend the battler. I don't think he is incompetent either, but he does allow himself to get overwhelmed so easily and gets dejected and kind of slips on like any sort of, I don't know, confidence or backbone or just standing his ground. And I wish he did more of that. I hope he does more of that. Okay. Banquet and Lambda Delta have the profiles that change the most over the course of the VM. Always worth checking them out just in case. Okay. Let's see. Witch of Miracles, who has lived for 1,000 years. Her vast power was capable of creating all kinds of miracles, but her heart has broken a bit as a result. Back when she was a human, Lambda Delta once imprisoned her within a cruel fate, toying with her the whole time. It seems that she's unable to abandon others who are caught within a similar fate. This is like one thing that I guess, because this resonates with her, I have a little bit more trust in her intentions in this whole mess. In theory, she holds the strongest power of any witch, but in practice that is no more realistic than saying that a piece of paper can reach the moon if you fold it 100 times. And fold it 100 times she did. Lambda Delta, the Witch of Certainty, who has lived for 1,000 years, she embodies the idea that hard workers are rewarded and is highly respected even by humans. Okay. Though she is a witch, she does not stray far from the concepts of humans. For that reason, her power as one worshipped by humans is incalculable. However, she is fickle about whose efforts she chooses to reward, and in many cases she bestows her favor upon those who can please her the most. Her massive, swift, and terrifying power can cause any witch to submit in an instant. However, she is often reckless, and Burncastle was able to take full advantage of that. Yeah, I think this is what we read before. It sounds very familiar. There are some tips. Let's see what the tips are, and then we can do that. That's pretty much all that we could check during this. So, yeah, but what is new? Epitaph we know. Letter from the Witch, Witch's Score Shield. Chester Sisters Imperial Guard Corps. Okay. Chester's Golden Bow. Regarding the succession of the Witch. I don't know, is there anything here that I'm supposed to read? Why doesn't it say which parts are new? Please? I think we read this one. Yeah, we did. Okay, I read that. I know what katakana is. I think we read that. Ah, girl games. The term generally describes. Ah, I think I remember this being mentioned. I didn't check what it was. Non-adult visual novels that feature attractive girls as main hook, including but not limited dating sims. The definition of the term is fuzzy and may also be used in a wider sense that includes adult games. Okay, great. But maybe the succession is important? The succession, okay. In the noble families of witches, family secrets are often inherited by a single child to prevent the unchecked propagation of hidden arts and the decline of quality. It is the same with the Endless Witches, where the greatest hidden art goes to a single child and the predecessor retires after passing it on, protecting even more strongly against the spread of the hidden art. Custom dictates that a witch from another sect must make a recommendation for the succession. Eva's reference was Lambda Delta, Angie's reference was Burncastle. It is unknown who recommended Beato. Furthermore, during the story, Beatrice passed on her name as well, but this custom only began recently. The predecessor was the original Beatrice, and all endless witches before her had different names. After that, it became customary that the name was also inherited, and Eva, following that tradition, gave Enge, sorry, the name of Beatrice. Okay. So this is about the bow. I think I'm not particularly interested in the bow or the cheese or everything else. Which is score sheets. I guess this is about everyone who died. Okay, Kinzo died first, Twilight, Genji, Shannon, Kanon, Koda, Masawa. Then Rosa and Maria on the second Twilight, Rudolph, Hideyoshi, Kirie, Klaus, Natsuki. Beatrice was revived, George died. On the 9th for Nanjo, Battler as well on the 9th, Jessica on the 10th. Missing on the 10th. Accepted the witch, prostrated herself and was invited to Golden Land. And Eva solved the riddle of the epitaph, returned from Rockingham alive, which praised her victory and granted her all the golden magic. Yeah, because that was so great for her. It worked out stupendously. Okay. Here we are. We're done. That was episode 3. About to embark on episode 4. I shall do the split.